Hi little mathematical detectives. In this video lesson we are going to be ordering and comparing the lengths of objects. We're going to require a little bit of detective work here, so let's get started on the case. Ordering means to position objects in the correct place following a rule. In this video we're going to be concentrating on length. So we're going to be positioning objects based on their length, whether it's from smallest to longest or longest to smallest. To be able to order these objects, I need to first compare them. That means to look really closely at them and check out their length. So remember, we're using informal units. And here's those yummy gummy bears again. I'm going to be looking at how long each of these items are using gummy bears. And I think I would like to order them from the shortest object to the longest object. So let's have a look. This object here we know is 3 gummy bears long. You can see those 3 gummy bears down the side. This object is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gummy bears long. And this object is 4 gummy bears long. So I've got to think about numbers here. Which is the smallest number out of those? 3, 7 or 4? 3. That's right. So I'm going to place this racing car first. It is the shortest. What about next? Does 4 or 7 come first? Did you say 4? That's right. 4 is a smaller number than 7. And that means this paddle pop stick is the longest item. So there you go. I have ordered these items from shortest to longest. Let's try this again using shoes. We're going to position these shoes in order from the shortest shoe to the longest shoe. And this time I've used rubbers as my informal unit to measure the length of these items. Let's find out how long this gentleman's shoe is. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rubbers long. Let's find out how long this Mario sneaker is. That's a pretty cool sneaker to have. It is 1, 2 rubbers long. And lastly, let's find out how long this beautiful pink boot is. How bright is that? Well, it is 1, 2, 3 rubbers long. So let's remember that again. The gentleman's shoe was 4 rubbers long, Mario was 2 rubbers long, and the pink boot was 3 rubbers long. So which of these shoes are the shortest? That means they have the least amount of rubbers in length. Did you say the Mario shoe? You would be right. The Mario shoe was the shortest. Then which one would come next? Which would be the second longest in length? The pink shoe. It's only 3 rubbers long. And what about the black shoe? It was 4 rubbers long, so it is the longest shoe out of these 3 shoes. So we've put these shoes in order from the shortest shoe to the longest shoe. Here are those shoes again, and you can see they've been measured with the informal unit of rubbers. Now, we're going to talk about why it's important when you are comparing and ordering items, they have been measured using the same informal unit. For example, as you can see, all of these shoes have been measured using the rubbers because that's a fair way to measure them. They're all the same length, those rubbers, aren't they? They're not different. They all are the same length. If I decided I was going to just choose to keep the boot measured with rubbers, and then I thought I might try something like the paper clips to measure the shoes and some squares to measure this shoe over here, then would that be a fair way to work out which of the items is the longest and which is the shortest? Because look here, this black shoe only has 1, 2 paper clips. So it's only 2 long paper clips long. And this here is 3 rubbers long, and this shoe here is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares long. Therefore, if I was trying to order these shoes in order from shortest to longest, and I looked at the objects underneath and counted them out and based it on how many of each of those objects there were, it wouldn't be right, because this shoe, Mario's shoe, has the most squares, or the most amount of different objects underneath. It has 4 squares. And then this shoe has the least amount. It's only got 2 paper clips. And this shoe has 3. And just by looking, I can tell that this black shoe would be way longer than this Mario shoe. That's a little bit tricky, isn't it? But it's something we really need to think about. When we are measuring items using informal units, we need to make sure the item that we use to measure and compare with is the same for each item. Here's another example. Here are some objects that have been measured using different informal units. For example, this lunchbox has been measured using a paperclip, and this crayon has been measured using squares, and this scissors has been measured using straws. That doesn't help me decide which one is the shortest and which one is the longest. I wouldn't be able to arrange them in order from shortest to longest or longest to shortest. We need to remember that they have to be measured using the same object, the same informal unit. So make sure when you are comparing and arranging, you are measuring using the same informal unit. A big thumbs up to all your hard work. Keep on working hard. Don't ever give up.